You said you wanted to make this little piece about my son James and his music, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why? How? Of all the things in the whole world you could have picked that would have been more interesting, why would you pick that?
When I was younger, in like 8th grade, I was like 5'2", and I figured, you know, I'm gonna be like this forever. I'm always gonna be just this small, skinny, fucking whiny voiced kid. So I need something that's gonna be able to get me a wife someday, or a girlfriend or something. And so I started playing guitar.
James grew up thinking that being a songwriter was a normal thing to do. Didn't you? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I tricked him into thinking it was normal. That this is what people did. They wrote songs, and so.
I wrote the song about my name being James when I was probably like 4 or 5. And all of my parents' friends would call me Jim, and it really upset me as a child. I couldn't tell you why. I remember, like, you know, it really upset me. And so my dad, of course, tricking me at an early age, told me to write a song about it. We actually did a YouTube video in high school. It's called the Lumberjack Song. And it was kind of like an immature thing. It was like this girl that like was mean to me in like high school. I just like wrote a song to get back at her. You know, it's because she was very tall. So we wrote this song called the Lumberjack Song, resembling her to a lumberjack. And I had a couple of my friends who were like, you know, play guitar and stuff. So we all made a music video for our band, Vice 13.
When I'm not faking drunk, I chop my tree trunk, so I'm a lumberjack. I'm a lumberjack.
That was another milestone in songwriting for me. It was probably one of the first songs that I wrote, like, probably one of the first songs ever, you know. We're both friends with Ben Montalbano, and I told him I'm looking for a drummer to play with, and he recommended Shane, so here we are. Every time you play a song, that's a performance. Whether you're playing it for yourself in your bedroom or you're playing it for a bar full of people. And there are times when you have performances that you just feel like every single thing about that performance was right. You know, it's like you could feel it with your whole body that you were like telling a story. You were delivering a message. You were making people feel an emotion that you were feeling at that same time. They could tell. Sometimes, you know, I'll play a song and play just for myself, and I'll have chills after I play the song. I'm like, man, I fucking love that, you know? Like, that's why I like playing music. It's because you can just, like, completely validate something that you're feeling. You can do just so many different things and convey so many different feelings and emotions through music.
She's afraid I might let a little light in her life.
When I can do that and feel satisfied about it, that's like the greatest feeling ever. That's what I mean when I say like the performance is my favorite part about it. Doesn't matter if it's for, you know, 100 people or just for myself. It's just like, that's the gratifying feeling of playing music.
When you play music and you play an instrument, I think it keeps you from getting into any bad habits, really, because that's a bigger addiction than anything. You just want to play. You want to play the guitar. You want to come up with new melodies, new arrangements, new ways of playing things. It's just part of life if you're a musician, I think.
Bury you tonight. Oh, well, I tried and I tried. I'm stuck here in first gear. Oh, and I don't know if I'll get on out of here.
I do think that there is one area where originality is very possible, and we're talking about that area right now. Music, songwriting.
Like, you know, pop music is like 3 or 4 chords, always, you know. It's because those 3 or 4 chords are familiar. And people have those 3 or 4 chords in their head and they go, oh, I know this song, I like this song. The thing that makes the song a little bit different, not like being the same as everybody else's song, is that it's my dad, this is a line from my dad, I'll credit him with this line. You gotta have the right combination of familiarity, like being familiar with this thing, and surprise. You get to start hearing like, oh, you know, like, oh man, I really like this song, I know this song, and then all of a sudden you're like, I know where this song is going, and boom, you go in a different direction, you're surprised, you go, oh my God, you know, I really like that. I didn't know that that was gonna be like that.
Time's on your side, I'm not sure. Living your life and you trying to find age, but you're growing old. I know I do. I find age too. And I do what I do.
If you get to that point, you know, where you can get paid well and you can play the music that you want to play, that you, whether or not it's a song that you've written, but if you're able to play stuff you want to play, and you can have people supporting, you know, the art that you're making or the performance that you're doing, and you can actually have a living doing that, you know, that's the goal. That's where I want to be someday. That's what I'm aiming for, you know.
All right. For those of you who are just joining us, my name is James Moore. This is Dan Pearson. We'll be here until about 12:30 tonight.